That's the part that separates the certain from the doubt. When my arms are full of fire and my grip begins to slide, that's the moment I decide exactly who I am inside. I hope when it hurts, that's the whole philosophy. Everything I ever got came out of that for me. Anybody starts a set, that part is easy work, but the finish is a country only entered through the hurt. So I plant my feet and breathe and let the seconds do their worst. Every one of them a hammer and I let the hammer swing. When it's over, I'm a little more who I wanna be. I hold when it hurts, and that is what nobody sees. Shaking, burning, everything says drop. That's the second where I do not stop. Pain is just a door and I walk through. I hold when it hurts, that's what I do. I hold when it hurts, I don't let go. That's the only thing they'll never know. I hold when it hurts, I keep it tight. Everything I own is on the other side of night. Longer, longer, give me one more count. I hold when it hurts, I hold it down. Hold it, through the burn. Every second is another thing I earn. Hold it, all the way to the end. I hold when it hurts. And then again, I learned it from a season when there was nothing I could fix. Just a long and ugly stretch that I had to walk through thick. Couldn't quit, couldn't run, couldn't find another way. All I had was holding on and getting up the next day. So I practiced it on purpose with a barbell in my hands. Turned to holding into training till my body understands. Now when life gets heavy, I already know the drill. Breathe, embrace, and hold the line, and let it test my will. There's a peace inside the hardest second that you've ever met, when you realize you can take it and you haven't broken yet. That's the gift the iron gave me, and I use it every day. I hope when it hurts and I do not look away. Shaking, burning, everything says drop. That's the second where I do not stop. Pain is just a door and I walk through. I hold when it hurts, that's what I do. I hold when it hurts, I don't let go. That's the only thing they'll never know. I hold when it hurts, I keep it tight. Everything I own is on the other side of night. Longer, longer, give me one more count. I hold when it hurts, I hold it down. Every hard thing in my life I held it out. Every heavy hour taught me not to doubt. I don't panic when the burning starts to climb. I just meet it and I hold it one more time. Let it shake, let it scream, let it try. I hold when it hurts and I don't die. You wanna know a man and watch him at the hardest part, not the start, where everybody's got a willing heart, but the middle where it's ugly and the finish looks so far. That's the only honest measure of exactly who you are. In that middle more than I can even count. Every time I stay there, I added something to the amount of the things I know about myself that nobody can take. Every single one of them was forged inside an age. So I don't run from the burning, I go find it every night. Put my hands around the hardest thing and hold it till it's right. That's the reason I don't panic when life turns up the heat. I hold when it hurts and I have never known defeat. Shaking, burning, everything says drop. That's the second where I do not stop. Pain is just a door and I walk through. I hold when it hurts, that's what I do. I hold when it hurts, I don't let go. That's the only thing they'll never know. I hold when it hurts, I keep it tight. Everything I own is on the other side of night. Longer, longer, give me one more count. I hold when it hurts, I hold it down. Last hold in my hands are going numb around the steel. Everything is screaming, but I know how this will feel. 3 more seconds and it's over and it's mine. 3 more seconds and I've crossed another line. This is where the man I wanna be gets made for real. Not in any word I say, but in the grip that will not peel. So I count them down inside my head and hold a little more. And the second that I finish, I go looking for the door to the next thing that will test me, and I greet it with a smile. I hold when it hurts and I've been holding for a while. I hold when it hurts, I don't let go. That's the only thing they'll never know. I hold when it hurts, I keep it tight. Everything I own is on the other side of night. Longer, longer, give me one more count. I hurts and I'm still standing tall. I hold when it hurts and I'm still standing tall. I hold when it hurts and I'm still standing tall. I hold it down, 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 down. Hold it, and I'm still standing tall. I hold when it hurts and now I know. The last 10 seconds is where every man gets sorted out. That's the part that separates the certain from the doubt. When my arms are full of fire and my grip begins to slide, that's the moment I decide exactly who I am inside. I hold when it hurts, that's the whole philosophy. Everything I ever got came out of that for me. Anybody starts to set that part is easy work, but the finish is a country only entered through the hurt. So I let my feet and breathe and let the seconds do their worst. Everyone let them a hammer and I let the hammer swing. When it's over, I'm a little more who I wanna be. Oh, when it hurts and that is what nobody sees. Shaking, burning, everything says drop. That's the second where I do not stop. Pain is just the door and I walk through. I hold when it hurts, that's what I do. I hold when it hurts, I don't let go. That's the only thing they'll never know. I hold when it hurts, I keep it tight. Everything I own is on the other side of night. Longer, longer, give me one more count. I hold when it hurts, I hold it down, 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 down. Hold it, through the burn. Every second is another thing I earn. Hold it, all the way to the end. I hope when it hurts and then again. The last 10 seconds is where every man gets sorted out. That's the part that separates the circuit from the doubt. When my arms are full of fire and my grip begins to slide, that's the moment I decide exactly who I am inside. I hope when it hurts, that's the whole philosophy. Everything I ever got came out of that for me. Anybody starts to set that part is easy work, but the finish is a country only entered through the hurt. So I let my feet and breathe and let the seconds do their worst. Everyone let them a hammer and I let the hammer swing. When it's over, I'm a little more who I wanna be. I hold when it hurts and that is what nobody sees. Yeah. Doubt showed up in my corner when I was 17. Told me every ugly thing about the man I could not be. Follow me through every empty ear I had to hold, whispering the future in a voice that stays so cold. I could not outrun it and I could not shout it down, so I did the only thing that ever worked around this town. I outlasted it, I just kept showing up. I wore it down with mornings and I never gave it up. Doubt gets bored, doubt gets weak, doubt gets thin. Wide awake keeps rising and the will keeps closing in. It was loud in the beginning but it barely speaks today. I outlasted every word it ever tried to say. Time is the only weapon and I swing it every day. The doubt gets tired but I never walk away. One more set when the whole thing wants to quit. One more morning and I never call it quits. I outlast the doubt, I outlast the noise, I outlast every voice that said I had no choice. I am still here when the room goes dark. I outlast the doubt and I still leave a mark. Run out of reasons and I still keep going on. I outlast the doubt, until the doubt is gone. Outlast it, I outlast it all. Outlast it until the voice is all song. Outlast it, I outlast it all. I am still standing there inside this heart. Everybody quits in the middle of the hard part, right when the body starts to argue with the heart. I learn to stay a little longer than an ache. I learn to give a little more than what it wants to take. They are not stronger than me, they just left it for the turn. They never stayed around to feel the good side of the burn. I am not the fastest and I am not the gifted one. I am just the one who never stopped when it was done. Every single season I came back a little dancer. Every single winter made the quiet in me tenser. Doubt is a sprinter but this life is a long road, and I've been out here carrying the whole load. Time is the only weapon and I swing it every day. The doubt gets tired but I never walk away. One more set when the whole thing wants to quit. One more morning and I never call it quits. I doubt is gone. Count the ones who told me and then vanished from the frame. Count the ones who doubted and forgot my name. I am still here under iron in a cold and empty room, still adding to the total, still refusing to assume the doubt can have the first word. It will never have a last. I outlasted every morning, and I never look past. They think that strength is something that arrives one day. It is really just a doubt that finally walked away. Because you stayed there longer than it had the will to stand. Because you kept the same weight in the same tired hand. I am not immune to it, and I never claim to be. It shows up every session with the same old speech from me. I just let it talk while I load another plate. I let it run its mouth while I recalibrate. By the final set, it does not have a thing to say. By the final rep, the doubt is cleared out of the way. That is all the secret is. There is nothing more profound. Stay in it longer than the voice that drags you down. Time is the only weapon and I swing it every day. The doubt gets tired but I never walk away. One more set when the whole thing wants to quit. One more morning and I never call it quits. I outlast the doubt, I outlast the noise, I outlast every voice that said I had no choice. I am still here when the room goes dark. I outlast the doubt and I still leave a mark. Run out of reasons and I still keep going on. I outlast the doubt until the doubt is gone. Every day. Every year they said that this would be the one I break. Every year I showed them there was more that I could take. I am not the loudest in the room and never tried to be. I just made the calendar a weapon aimed at me. Day by day and set by set and rep by rep, I built it kinda quiet that the doubt could not step. Now the mirror does not argue and the bar does not resist. Now the only thing that answers is the iron in my fist. Let the doubt come back around and try it one more time. It will find me at the bottom of another heavy climb. I outlast the doubt, I outlast the noise, I outlast every voice that said I had no choice. I am still here when the room goes dark. I outlast the doubt and I still leave a mark. I run out of reasons and I still keep going on. I outlast the doubt until the doubt is gone. I outlast the doubt. I outlast the doubt. Every single morning is another way out. Outlast the doubt. Outlast the doubt. Nothing in the dark is gonna turn me about. Still here, still heavy, still without a doubt. I outlast the doubt. I outlast the doubt. Ooh, yeah. They drew a line and told me that is all that I would be. Then I moved it in the morning while the world was still asleep. Every ceiling that I hit turned into flooring for my feet. Every number that they called impossible got beat. Limits are not wall, they are just places I have been. Signposts on the road that I am walking through again. What was heavy in December is a warm-up in July. That's the only proof I need that any walk can multiply. In the doors if you are willing to keep showing up to knock, and to trade a little comfort for another hour on the clock. So don't tell me where it ends, I've heard that song before. My limits moving every time they move, I want some more. Yesterday's maximum is warm up, wait today. Everything impossible has got an expiry date. Push the line a little further, watch it prove. Nothing here is permanent, my limits always move. My limits move, my limits always move. Every wall I hit becomes a brand new groove. My limits move, they never stay in place. I break another ceiling every single day. Higher, higher, give me one more play. My limits move and I will never wait. Move it, wait past the line. Everything they said was never mine. Move it, give me one more inch. My limits moving, I will never blink. I remember when an empty bar was heavy on my back. Now that very same bar is a warm-up on the rack. Nothing about me was gifted, all of it was slow. Just a stubborn kind of patience that refused to let it go. People want a miracle, they want it overnight. I just want a quarter pound of progress every night. If the quarter pound repeated is a mountain in a year, and the mountain in a decade is a man they wouldn't hear about. Back when the doubting and the laughing was the norm, now the room stays quiet while I work right through the storm. There is no final number and there is no last degree. Every limit that I meet is just a door in front of me. Yesterday's maximum is warm up, wait today. Everything impossible has got an expiry date. Push the line a little further, watch it prove. Nothing here is permanent. My limits always move. My limits move. My limits always move. Every wall I hit becomes a brand new groove. My limits move. They never stay in place. I break another ceiling every single day. Higher, higher, give me one more play. My limits move and I will never wait. Every ceiling that I broke was once a dream. Every dream I chased was once beyond my reach. So I never say a thing is out of range. I just say I haven't put in all the change. Give it time, give it work, give it will. My limits move and they are moving still. The bar does not know what I did or didn't do. It only knows the force that I am bringing to it new. So I bring a little more than I brought the week before, and I let them after showing up decide what I'm here for. There is no genetic ceiling on the will to try again. There is only how you handle every ending and begin. Now you failed 100 lifts in front of everybody's eyes, and I made the failing normal so the winning was no prize. Just a Tuesday and a body doing what it learned to do, moving what it couldn't move, becoming something new. That's the only kind of magic that has ever been real. My limits move because I never stopped to kneel. Yesterday's maximum is warm up, wait today. Everything impossible has got an expiry date. Push the line a little further, watch it prove. Nothing here is permanent, my limits always move. My limits move, my limits always move. Every wall I hit becomes a brand new groove. My limits move, they never stay in place. I break another ceiling every single day. Higher, higher, give me one more play. My limits move and I will never wait. Last set and the number is a number I have feared for a year and a half, and today it disappeared. Not because I got lucky, not because of any luck, but because I kept on lifting when the progress got stuck. That's the part nobody films and nobody applauds. Grinding in the middle while you're fighting off the odds, but the middle is the only place the limit ever moves, and the middle is the place that I have made into my broom. So go ahead and tell me where you think my finish lies. My limits move, and I will meet you way beyond the line. My limits move, my limits move, my limits always move. Every wall I hit becomes a brand new groove. My limits move, they never stay in place. I break another ceiling every single day. Higher, higher, give me one more play. My limits move and I will never wait. My limits move, my limits move, and I am still standing tall. My limits move, my limits move. I have entered every call. Every ceiling that I broke became a floor. Every closing door became another door. I live, I rise, I never stay the same. My limits move and that is the whole game. Yeah. And I'm not done yet. Huh. And I'm not done yet. Yeah. The tank hit zero about 20 minutes back. That's the place where all the ordinary people lead a rack. That's the place where I start counting what is actually mine. Everything before the empty was just standing in the line. I don't measure by the warm-up, I don't measure by the peak. I measure by the moment when my legs begin to speak. And they tell me it is over, and I tell them it is not. And we argue for a minute over everything I got. Then I load it up again and let my body find the truth. Empty is a rumor that I've never had the proof. There is always one more rep behind the one you thought was last. I train past empty, and that is how I move so fast. When the fuel is gone, I'm only getting warm. When the tank is dry, that's when I take my form. Everybody leaves before the lesson starts. I train past empty, that's where I found my heart. I train past empty, way past the end. Nothing left inside and I go again. I train past empty, straight through the wall. The only place I ever grow it all. Deeper, deeper, give me one more sip. past the line, past the pain, everything I got. And then again, past empty, past the fear, past the doubt. I don't stop until the work runs out. What was a version of me that would quit at the first burn? Called it listening to my body, called it knowing when to turn. But my body is a liar when the going gets severe. It will beg me to be finished when it's only halfway here. So I taught myself to solve the real pain from the loud. One of them is danger and the other one is proud. Danger I respect, I will never play with that. But the loud one is a coward and I never let it back into any conversation with the man that I became. In the hours after empty when there's nothing left to claim. That's the ground where character is quietly designed. I train past empty and I never leave it all behind. When the fuel is gone, I'm only getting warm. When the tank is dry, that's when I take my form. Everybody leaves before the lesson starts. I train past empty, that's where I found my heart. I train past empty, way past the end. Nothing left inside and I go again. I train past empty, straight through the wall. The only place I ever grow it all. Deeper, deeper, give me one more set. I train past empty and I'm not done yet. Everyone gets tired, that is not the test. Everyone can finish when they've had a rest. The test is what you do and there is nothing there. When the only thing you own is that you still can care. I go past the empty and I find another gear. I train past empty and that's why I'm still here. They ask me for a secret and I tell them it is dull. Show up when you don't wanna win and empty out the hole. Do it on the days your motivation went away. Do it when the weather in your body both stay. That is where the difference between good and great is made. In the ugly middle hours that will never get displayed. I have been sets with vision going gray around the edge. And I walked out of the building like a man who kept his pledge. That's a currency they cannot ever print or take. Every empty tank I emptied is another thing I make. In the muscle, in the patience, into something that will hold. I train past empty and it never lets me fall. When the fuel is gone, I'm only getting warm. When the tank is dry, that's when I take my form. Everybody leaves before the lesson starts. I train past empty, that's where I found my heart. I train past empty, way past the end. Nothing left inside and I go again. I train past empty, straight through the wall. The only place I ever grow it all. Deeper, deeper, give me one more sip. I train past empty and I'm not done yet. And I'm not done yet. I train past empty and I'm still standing tall. Last set and there's nothing in my arms or in my chest. Nothing but a promise that I made and never left. So I put my hands around it and I lift the thing again. And I find out one more time exactly where my limits end. Spoiler, they don't end, they only move a little back. Every time I visit them and take another crack. So I will be here tomorrow when the tank is at the floor, doing what I always do and then a little more. Empty was a starting line the whole entire time. I train past empty and the finish line is mine. I train past empty, way past the end. Nothing left inside and I go again. I train past empty, straight through the wall. The only place I ever grow it all. Deeper, deeper, give me one more sip. I train past empty and I'm not done yet. I train past empty and I'm still standing tall. I train past empty, I have answered every call. Every drop of nothing left made something new. Every hollow morning got me pulling through. I lift, I rise, I never stop at sped. I train past empty and I'm not done yet. Yeah. Every failure fuels me. That is the call. Yeah. Count the times I fail and you will lose the count by noon. Every one of them a piece of what I'm swinging at you soon. I don't hide my failures, I put numbers on the shelf. Every missed attempt is one more lesson for myself. They only see the lift, they never see the 100 tries. The bar that stapled me and all the doubt behind my eyes. rise. I got buried underweight and I got up and loaded more. Because failing isn't losing, it is knocking on the door. Every failure fuels me, it's the only gas I need. Every ugly rep becomes another kind of seed. I plant them in the winter and I harvest in the spring. Every failure fuels me and that's why I'm still swinging. Let's load it up and do it all again. That's the only way a man becomes a man. I don't fear the falling, that's the fuel I feed. Every failure fuels me, every scar is speed. Every failure fuels me, I burn it down. I take the ashes and I build my crown. Every failure fuels me, watch the whole thing burn. Every single loss becomes another turn. Harder, harder, give me one more try. Every failure fuels me, I don't die. Burn it, burn it, burn it, feed the flame. Every miss becomes another name. Burn it, burn it, burn it, let it run. Every failure fuels me till it's done. The first time that I failed, I thought the world had seen it all. Thought that everybody watched me when I let the metal fall. Truth is nobody noticed, they were busy with their own. And they freed me up to fail out in the open on my own. Now I chase the edge on purpose, that's the only place I learn. If I never miss a lift, then I have never earned the burn. Comfort is a coffin and I climbed out of it young. Every failure was a wrong and I climbed every wrong. So when something knocks me down, I check the damage and I rise. Take the lesson from the wreckage and I leave behind the lies. There is nothing that can stop a man who counts a loss as gain. Every failure fuels me and it never was in vain. Let's load it up and do it all again. That's the only way a man becomes a man. I don't fear the falling, that's the fuel I feed. Every failure fuels me, every scar is speed. Every failure fuels me, I burn it down. I take the ashes and I build my crown. Every failure fuels me, watch the whole thing burn. Every single loss becomes another turn. Harder, harder, give me one more try. Every failure fuels me, I don't die. Everything that beat me made a map for me. Every wall I hit was showing me the way. I don't grieve a single failure anymore. I just take it and I turn it into more. Let it burn, let it burn, let it tease, let it tease, let it stay. Every failure fuels me every day. You can call it a defeat, I call it information now. Every failed attempt is data telling me the how. Grip was wrong, brace was weak, the setup wasn't tight. Fix it in the morning and I own it by the night. That's the difference between talking and the man who move. Take a loss and turn it over till it shows them something new. I have never wasted anything I broke or dropped or missed. It is all inventory on a very heavy list. Every ounce of it is burning in the engine on my chest. That's the reason I don't panic when I'm put up to the test. I have felt enough to know exactly what I'm made of. Every failure fuels me and I got a tank that's full. Let's load it up and do it all again. That's the only way a man becomes a man. I don't fear the falling, that's the fuel I feed. Every failure fuels me, every scar is speed. Every failure fuels me, I burn it down. I take the ashes and I build my crown. Every failure fuels me, watch the whole thing burn. Every single loss becomes another turn. Harder, harder, give me one more try. Every failure fuels me, I don't die. Last set and I already missed this weight before. Twice this month it beat me in and walked right out the door. Tonight I am not the man who let that happen anymore. I've been eating all my losses and they made me something more. So I set my feet and take a breath and let it all go quiet. Everything I ever felt is standing right beside me. And I lift it and it moves and every failure gets its pay. Every ugly morning finally turning into a day. That's the only way I know to make a losing in the gold. Fuels me, and I never lose my heart. Every failure fuels me, I burn it down. I take the ashes and I build my crown. Every failure fuels me, watch the whole thing burn. Every single loss becomes another turn. Harder, harder, give me one more try. Every failure fuels me, I don't die. Every failure fuels me, and I'm still standing tall. Every failure fuels me, I've answered every call. Every loss I took became a piece of steel. Every ugly morning made the ending real. I lift, I rise, I never fear the fall. Every failure fuels me, that is the call. I used to have a reason for the days I did not show. I had a perfect answer for the places I would not go. Too tired, too busy, too broken up inside. I could write a whole religion out of everything I tried, but the mirror never bought a single word I ever sold. In the bar, just sat there getting heavier and cold. So I took the whole collection of the stories in my head, and I put them on the barbell and I lifted them instead. Now the only thing I count is what I actually did, not the beautiful excuses that I hid behind as a kid. Every plate I load is another lie I put away, and the truth is on the floor at the end of every day. I had 100 reasons and they all sounded true, but easy reasons never carried me through. So I stacked them on the bar and I made them away, and I lifted everyone before it was too late. Heavier than my excuses, heavier than the lie. I put the weight on everything I used to hide. Loaded up until the talking has to stop. Heavier than my excuses, all the way up top. No reason left that I have not crushed. Heavier than my excuses. The room goes hush. No excuse, just the load. No excuse, just the roll. No excuse, just the load. Heavier than everything I own. The softest voice inside me always speaks in perfect sense. It tells me I can rest today and skip the consequence. It is polite and reasonable and it never sounds like fear, but it is the only thing that ever kept me from here. So I stopped negotiating with the part of me that folds. I stopped taking comfort from the promises it holds. There is nothing in an easy day that ever changed a man. There is nothing in the comfortable excuse that ever ran. I want the heavy version of the morning in the year. I want the kind of proof that only shows up in the mirror. Every single time I lift, another story dies. Every single rep, another funeral for the lies. I had 100 reasons and they all sounded true, but easy reasons never carried me through. So I stacked them on the bar and I made them away, and I lifted everyone before it was too late. Heavier than my excuses, heavier than the lie. I put the weight on everything I used to hide. Loaded up until the talking has to stop. Heavier than my excuses, all the way up top. No reason left that I have not crushed. Heavier than my excuses. The room goes. The weight does not care about the reasons that I made. The weight only cares about the price I actually paid. So I stopped explaining and I started showing up. I let the numbers do the talking when the talking wasn't enough. There is nobody to convince inside an empty room, just a man and a barbell and the choice to move. Excuses are the heaviest thing that I have ever held. They weigh 100 pounds inside a story never told. They follow you through everything and never let you rest. They sit inside your rib cage and they occupy your chest. So I built a place to put them, and it is under the bar. And I press them off my body and I press them off my scar. The more I lift, the lighter every one of them gets. The more I show, the less the softer version regrets. Now when I hear the reason, it just sounds like noise. Now when I hear the whisper, I have already made a choice. The man that I was building is the man I am today, because the weight got heavier than everything I would say. There are 100 reasons and they all sounded true, but easy reasons never carry me through. So I stacked them on the bar and I made them away, and I lifted everyone before it was too late. Heavier than my excuses, heavier than the lie. I put the weight on everything I used to hide. Loaded up until the talking has to stop. Heavier than my excuses, all the way up top. No reason left that I have not crushed. Heavier than my excuses. The room goes hush. Count the mornings that I could have easily let go. Count the perfect reasons that I finally told no. Everything I built was on the other side of that. Everything I am was in the answer that I gave back. I do not need a story anymore about the past. I just need the weight in front of me to make it last. So put another plate Motivation came around and stayed a couple weeks. It showed up with a speech and then it disappeared. It only ever visits when the weather in me is nice. It never once showed up when I was paying the price. So I built a colder engine that does not need a mood. It does not need a reason and it never needs the proof. It just runs on the promise that I gave myself back then, when I was on the floor and I said never again. Now the alarm is not a question, it is only just a fact. And the schedule is a spine that I refuse to crack. Everything about me is a habit that I chose, and the habit is the only thing that carry me close. Feelings are a liar and they change every day, but the schedule on the wall never had a thing to say. So I follow it in silence when the fire is not there, and the fire always finds me somewhere in the air. I bleed discipline, it is all I have got. Motivation leaves, but the habit does not. Cold in the morning and I am still on the clock. I bleed discipline and it never stops. Call me open and you will see the routine. I bleed discipline, it is the only thing clean. I bleed discipline, it is the only thing clean. Every day, every single day, no matter what the feelings say. Every day, every single day, I bleed discipline and I never stray. They want the highlight version with the fire in the eyes, but the real thing is boring and it never advertises. It is the same co-room and it is the same old plan. It is doing it on days when I do not want to stand. Nobody makes a movie out of showing up on time. Nobody writes a chorus for a man who does not rhyme. But that is where it lives and that is where it grows, in the ordinary hours that the camera never knows. I've been out here doing this when nothing in me wanted. I've been out here counting when the whole thing felt haunted. And every single time the discipline stayed true, all the feelings packed the bags and left without a clue. Feelings are a liar and they change every day, but the schedule on the wall never had a thing to say. So I follow it in silence when the fire is not there, and the fire always finds me somewhere in the air. I bleed discipline, it is all I have got. Motivation leads, but the habit does not. Cold in the morning and I am still on the clock. I bleed discipline and it never stops. Cut me open and you will see the routine. I bleed discipline, it is the only thing clean. You do not rise to the level of the dreams you keep. You fall to the systems that you built while asleep. So I made my systems heavy and I made them hard to break, and I do not have to think about the choices I make. The body follows orders that the mind already gave, and the discipline keeps digging while the doubt digs a grave. Some mornings I feel nothing and I do it anyway. Some mornings I feel broken and I do not let it stay. That is the entire thing, there is nothing more to it. You either keep the promise or you slowly just lose it. I do not need a coach to come and yell into my ear. I made a decision and the decision brought me here. Every rep is evidence and every set is proof that a man can build a floor and then can build a roof. Nobody in my life ever taught me how to stay, so I taught it to myself one boring perfect day. And now the whole thing runs without me asking why. The discipline is bleeding and it never runs dry. Feelings are a liar and they change every day, but the schedule on the wall never had a thing to say. So I follow it in silence when the fire is not there, and the fire always finds me somewhere in the air. I bleed discipline, it is all I have got. Motivation leads, but the habit does not. Cold in the morning and I am still on the clock. I bleed discipline and it never stops. Cut me open and you will see the routine. I bleed discipline, it is the only thing clean. I did it when I felt nothing at all. Count the days I answered when there was no one to call. Every single one of them is welded in the frame. Every single one of them is burning in my name. I am not the strongest and I am not the best. I am just the one who never gave himself a rest. When the feeling disappears, I have the system in place, and the system does not care about the look on my face. So I built the bar again and I get under it. And the discipline keeps bleeding, and it never quits. I bleed discipline, it is all I have got. Motivation leads, but the habit does not. Cold in the morning and I am still on the clock. I bleed discipline and it never stops. Cut me open and you will see the routine. I bleed discipline, it is the only thing clean. I bleed discipline, I bleed discipline. Nothing in the world can make me give in. I bleed discipline, I bleed discipline. Every boring morning is a battle that I win. lift the mood. Lift the mood, lift the mood. Yeah. Woke up feeling like a cloud was hanging on my head. Every little reason telling me to stay in bed. Didn't feel like moving and I didn't feel like much. Put my shoes on anyway and look for a crutch. 10 minutes later and the fog began to thin. 15 more and there's a little bit of grin. 20 in the session and the storm was moving out. Turns out the answer was a barbell in the shout. Ain't in a single feeling that a good sweat than I've been. Body is the doorway and the doorway is a friend. Never once regretted going in when I felt bad. Only ever regretted all the days I never had. So when the mind gets heavy, I go pick up something heavier. Trade a little worry for a whole lot of better. Nothing in my head that 100 reps can't move. Lift the weight and watch it also lift the mood. Lift the mood, lift the mood. Pick it up and go. Everything is lighter when you get into the flow. Lift the mood, lift the mood. Leave it on the floor. Walk back out of bed a version than you were before. Lift the mood, lift the mood. Feel it in the blood. Iron is the medicine that lifts the mood. Up, up, up. Feeling coming back again. Up, 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 up. Sunshine on the end. Up, 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 up. Feeling coming back again. Lift the mood and let the better days begin. Ain't a day the doctors know, ain't it in a magic cure. But it's honest and it's simple and the science is so sure. Move the body hard and the chemistry gets kind. Something in the effort untangles up the mind. Everybody's carrying a weight you cannot see. Only kind you're able to control is on the tree. So I load the bubble what I actually can hold. Everything else can wait until the story gets told. 30 honest minutes and the world looks different. Nothing even changed but my head is more efficient. Same exact problems but it's strong, I gotta face them. Lift the mood and let the little worries chase them. When the mind gets heavy, I go pick up something heavier. Trade a little worry for a whole lot of better. Nothing in my head that 100 reps can't move. Lift the weight and watch it also lift the mood. Lift the mood, lift the mood. Pick it up and go. Everything is lighter when you get into the flow. Lift the mood, lift the mood. Leave it on the floor. Walk back out a better version than you were before. Lift the mood, lift the mood. Feel it in the blood. Iron is the medicine that lifts the mood. Some days you won't feel it, and that's exactly when it counts. Motivation's a trickle, but the habit is a fountain. Go and do it anyway, and thank yourself at night. Every single time it works out fine. Nobody ever finished and regretted that they came. Every single session is a victory the same. Told a friend about it and he laughed and rolled his eyes. 2 months later he was calling with a whole surprise. Said he never knew that a body could repair everything that living put in place is for the bear. That's a little gift that the iron always gave. Not about the mirror, it's about the way you're brave. Anybody struggling, come and stand beside the rack. Nothing here will judge you and the way will love you back. Ain't a competition and there's nobody to impress. Just a simple system for a little bit of less. Less of all the noise and a whole lot more you. Lift the mood and let the good come through. So when the mind gets heavy, I go pick up something heavier. Trade a little worry for a whole lot of better. Nothing in my head that 100 reps can't move. Lift the weight and watch it also lift the mood. Lift the mood, lift the mood. Pick it up and go. Everything is lighter when you get into the flow. Lift the mood, lift the mood. Leave it on the floor. Walk back out a better version than you were before. Lift the mood, lift the mood. Feel it in the blood. Iron is the medicine that lifts the mood. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah. Last set finished and the cloud is fully gone. Same exact weather, but I'm humming a song. Funny how the body is the key to the head. Everything I worried over quietly fled. Walking to the daylight with my shoulders open wide. Nothing really changed except the person on the inside. That's the honest magic and it's free for anybody. Just go pick it up and put it down and get rowdy. Every single time it's a promise that comes true. Lift the weight and let it also lift you. Lift the mood, lift the mood. Pick it up and go. Everything is lighter when you get into the flow. Lift
watch it also lift the mood.
Still asleep, I'm awake with a promise that I made myself to keep. No alarm from a boss and no permission from a friend. Just a quiet kind of war that only I can start and end. They can know my afternoon and they can rent my 9 to 5, but the hour before the sunrise is the reason I'm alive. Cold floor, colder water, and a cold against the dark. Every step toward the iron is another kind of spark. Nobody claps for a man who moves alone. Nobody sees the mileage on the road to what I own. The first light always finds me with the middle at my feet. And my morning is the one thing that they never get to keep. They can have my hours, they can have my day. They can take my patience, they can take my pay. But there is one hour standing where I'm finally free. My morning is a country and it belongs to me. My morning belongs to me, to me. Before the world wakes up, I'm already free. My morning belongs to me, to me. I pay in the dark for the man I will be. Louder, louder, one more rip. My morning belongs to me. No debt is mine, it's mine before the sun. Mine in the dark until the work is done. It's mine, and nobody's near. My morning belongs to me, right here. I used to wake up late and let the day decide my mood, chasing every fire that another person lit and through. Now I take that hour back before the noise can find my name, and I put it in the barbell and I set the day on flame. Discipline is quiet, it does not need a crowd. It only needs a man who does the thing that he has vowed. So I count inside the darkness and I breathe against the cold, and I build a little more of what can never be sold. There's a version of my life that got away from me back then. I go and take it back before the world begins again. Sweat before the sunrise is a currency that's real, and my morning is the only thing I never let them steal. They can have my hours, they can have my day. They can take my patience, they can take my pay. But there is one hour standing where I'm finally free. My morning is a country and it belongs to me. My morning belongs to me, to me. Before the world wakes up, I'm already free. My morning belongs to me, to me. I pay in the dark for the man I will be. Louder, louder, one more rip. My morning belongs to me. No debt when the streets are empty and the lights are low. That's the only room where I can really grow. No one there to praise me, no one there to blame. Just a barbell and a man who knows his name. So I take the early hour like a debt I have to pay, and I pay it with my body every single day. You can tell me what the schedule and the calendar decide, but you cannot touch the hour where I keep my only pride. Every honest early morning is a brick beneath my feet, and I stack them till the building makes a shadow on the street. I don't need a motivation and I don't need a song. I just need to keep the promise that has kept me going strong. Tired is a feeling, it has never been a wall. I have lifted through the tired and I never let it stall. When the day gets heavy and it takes another bite, I remember what I finished in the quiet of the night. That's the anchor in the armor and the reason I don't bend. My morning is the promise that I make to me again. At my house, they can have my day. They can take my patience, they can take my pay. But there is one hour standing where I'm finally free. My morning is a country and it belongs to me. My morning belongs to me, to me. Before the world wakes up, I'm already free. My morning belongs to me, to me. I pay in the dark for the man I will be. Louder, louder, one more rip. My morning belongs to me. No debt. Monday. Last hit and the sun is coming up across the glass. Steam on the window and the hardest part is past. Nobody knows the number and nobody knows the pain, but I know what I traded and I know what I gained. You can chase the applause, I'll be chasing what is true. The man that I was building when the sky was still dark blue. have the daylight and whatever comes with it. My morning belongs to me, and I will never give it up. My morning belongs to me, to me. Before the world wakes up, I'm already free. My morning belongs to me, to me. I pay in the dark for the man I will be. Louder, louder. One more rep. My morning belongs to me, but no debt. My morning belongs to me. I'm still standing tall. My morning belongs to me. I answered every call. Every quiet hour made a harder man of me. Every early sunrise showed me who I really am. I lift, I rise before the world can see. My morning belongs to me, and always will. Yeah. I waited on a hero for a decade of my life. Waited on a lucky break to come and cut the knife. Nobody ever came to door, stayed shut and cold. So I quit waiting on the rescue when I broke the mold. There's a freedom in the moment when you understand that the only hand that saves you is the one on your own arm. No one's coming to save me, and I'm glad about it now. It means nobody can stop me, and it means I know the how. Wake up early, do the work, don't complain about the cost. That's the only map I found for every road that I got lost. So I put it on my shoulders and I carry it along. No one's coming to save me, so I save me on my own. No cavalry, no rescue, no reply, just a body in a barbell in the sky. Nobody to blame and nobody to wait. No one's coming to save me, so I carry my own weight. No one's coming to save me, and that's fine. I'll be the hand that pulls me up the line. No one's coming to save me, no one will, so I'll be the one who does it with my will. Harder, harder, all on my own. No one's coming to save me. I go alone, on my own, in the dark. Nobody to lift it but the man that I am. On my own, in the cold. No one's coming to save me, and I know. There was a night I sat there hoping someone else would fix every broken little piece of a life I couldn't live. Then the morning came and nothing in the room had changed. Same wall, same silence, and the same unanswered call. So I got up off the floor and I put my shoes back on, and I did the only thing I ever knew that wasn't wrong. I went and moved some heavy things until my mind got clear, and the thing that I was scared of started shrinking every year. That's the whole entire secret, there is nothing else to find. Nobody here is coming, so get moving with your mind. Every rep I do alone is one more brick inside the wall that protects the man I'm building when the hard days call. No cavalry, no rescue, no reply, just a body in the barbell in the sky. Nobody to blame and nobody to wait. No one's coming to save me, so I carry my own weight. No one's coming to save me, and that's fine. I'll be the hand that pulls me up the line. No one's coming to save me, no one will, so I'll be the one who does it with my will. Harder, harder, all on my own. No one's coming to save me. I go alone. I don't wait for permission and I don't wait for luck. I don't wait for a rescue when the road gets stuck. I just show up in the dark and start to move. Nobody hands me anything, so I'm nothing left to prove to a crowd that wasn't there when I was low. No one's coming to save me, and I know there's a strength that only comes from standing on your own. When you learn you carry every weight you've ever known. When the phone is quiet and the room is dark and small, and you do the thing you promised, the biggest lift of all. I have never needed anybody's hand to hold the bar, but I needed my own promise, and it took me pretty far. Every morning I renew it and I sign it in the sweat. That's the contract with myself I have never once let anybody rewrite or renegotiate or bend. It's the only thing I own that I will carry to the end. So don't send me any pity and don't send me a lifeline. No one's coming to save me, and the saving will be mine. No cavalry, no rescue, no reply, just a body in the barbell in the sky. Nobody to blame and nobody to wait. No one's coming to save me, so I carry my own weight. No like it always was. Nobody here to see it and nobody to applaud. That's exactly how I like it, that is how it should be. Just the metal in the mirror and the man that I will be. Every ounce of this was built without a single helping hand, and that's why I can't be taken in, why it's gonna stand. I don't know a single person for the ground beneath my feet. I laid every stone of it while everybody was asleep. So when they ask me who to thank, I tell them go and see the man who kept on showing up when no one came for me. No one came for me. No one's coming to save me, and that's fine. I'll be the hand that pulls me up the line. No one's coming to save me, no one will. So I'll be the one who does it with my will. Harder, 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 all on my own. No one's coming to save me. I go alone, no one's coming to save me, and I'm still standing tall. No one's coming to save me, I have answered every call. Every empty room became a place I grew. Every silent morning got me pulling through. I lift our eyes, I never wait to be. No one's coming to save me, so I save me. Put the pressure on my chest and watch my face stay still. I made peace with the heavy a long time ago and will keep on making it again. Every time the bar comes down, steel does not argue and steel doesn't make a sound. They wanted me emotional, they wanted me to crack. Wanted every little insult to come running right back. But I learned to hold a temper like I hold a heavy load. Quiet in the middle of a loud and crowded road. Steel doesn't flinch when the fire comes to call. Steel just gets harder and it never learns to fall. So I stand beneath the weight and let it test me where I live, and I give it back the only kind of answer I can give. Pressure on the metal, pressure on the man. One of them is breaking and it isn't me again. Say whatever's on your mind, it doesn't move an inch. Fire made the blade and steel doesn't flinch. Steel doesn't flinch, steel doesn't bend. I hold the line until the very end. Steel doesn't flinch, steel doesn't break. Give me all the weight that you can make. Harder, harder, watch me hold it in. Steel doesn't flinch, and neither do I. No flinch, no fear, no sound at all. Just a heavy bar inside the ground. No flinch, no fear, no doubt about it. Steel is what I am made of now. I used to let a bad word ruin every single day. Let a stranger's small opinion take my whole week away. Then I picked up something heavier than anything they said, and it taught me where the real weight of a life is spread. It is not inside the noise, it's in the moving of the load. Not in what they whisper, but in how far I go. Now my face gives nothing and my hands give everything. I don't need to prove it with a word or with a swing. Steel is not aggressive, steel is only sure. It just stands up being harder than the day before. And that's the man I'm building underneath these heavy plates. Calm inside the pressure while the pressure demonstrates. Pressure on the metal, pressure on the man. One of them is breaking and it isn't me again. Say whatever's on your mind, it doesn't move an inch. Fire made the blade and steel doesn't flinch. Steel doesn't flinch, steel doesn't bend. I hold the line until the very end. Steel doesn't flinch, steel doesn't break. Give me all the weight that you can make. Harder, harder, watch me hold it in. Steel doesn't flinch, and neither do I. When the room gets loud, I get a little more still. When the bar gets heavy, I discover my will. Nothing out there gets a reaction out of me. I already know exactly who I'm gonna be. Let it burn, let it press, let it try. Steel doesn't flinch, and steel does not. Every setback is a hammer and it hits me where it counts. But a hammer on a blade is how the sharpness gets announced. I don't dodge the heat, I stand right where it lands, and I let it do its business with the metal in my hands. Who can measure any man by what it takes to make a move? Off the thing he said he'd do and off the road he had to prove. Mine has never moved, not an inch in all these years. I just quietly get stronger while I quietly face fears. There is no drama in the way that I approach the bar. Just a breath, a brace, a lift, and one more scar. That's the whole religion and it never let me down. Steel doesn't flinch and it is why I'm standing now. Pressure on the metal, resonates more than I have ever tried. Everything is screaming, but the silence deep inside. That's the place I built with every morning that I gave. That's the calm that separates the frightened from the brave. I don't need adrenaline, I only need the plan. Steady is the loudest thing about a steady man. So I take it off the rack and let the weight decide whether it can break me or it's going for a ride. It has never broken me, and it will not stop tonight. Steel doesn't flinch, and I have never learned to quit. Steel doesn't flinch, steel doesn't bend. I hold the line until the very end. Steel doesn't flinch, steel doesn't break. Give me all the weight that you can make. Harder, harder, watch me hold it in. Steel doesn't flinch, neither do I. Steel doesn't flinch and I'm still standing tall. Steel doesn't flinch, I have answered every call. Every heavy hour made a harder man of me. Every quiet answer showed me who I be. I lift, I rise, I never give an inch. Steel doesn't flinch, and neither will I. Everybody's in my life. Yeah. The bar does not lie. Whoa, the bar does not lie. Everybody in the world wanna tell you what you wanna hear, and everybody in your life will let you take the shortcut. They will say you look good even when you know you slipped. They will call it a rest day when you know that you quit. But the bar has no opinion and the bar is no heart. It only knows the difference between finished and start. It does not know my history and does not know my name. It only knows if I did the work or if I only came. So every single morning I go stand in front of truth. Then it tells me in a second what I did inside my youth. Everything I skipped is in the way that I cannot move. Everything I give is in the numbers that improve. I can fool a whole room and I can fool a friend. I can tell myself a story with a perfect end, but I cannot fool the eye when it sits across my back. It reads me like a page and it never cuts me slack. The bar does not lie, and it does not care. It knows if you were ready or you were not there. No story, no excuse, and no alibi. The bar does not lie, the bar does not lie. Either it goes up or it stays on the ground. The bar does not lie in this cold gray town. Up or down, and that is all. Down, just answer the call. Down, and that is all. The bar does not lie when the pace falls. I spent a lot of years believing what I told myself, stacking pretty reasons on a very dusty shelf. I thought that I was working and I thought that I was hard, and until I met a weight that did not care about my card. It sat there in the rack like a judge without a face, and it put me in my honest and a comfortable place. That day I stopped pretending and I started keeping score. That day I learned exactly what I came here for. Now I love the thing that never lets me get away. Now I need the only voice that has no gates to play, because a man who never gets a truthful answer back will never know the difference between muscle and an act. I can fool a whole room and I can fool a friend. I can tell myself a story with a perfect bend, but I cannot fool the iron when it sits across my back. It reads me like a page and it never cuts me slack. The bar does not lie, and it does not care. It knows if you were ready or you were not there. No story, no excuse, and no alibi. The bar does not lie, the bar does not lie. Either it goes up or it stays on the ground. The bar does not lie in this cold gray town. Every mirror flatters, and every phone can lie. Every friend will soften it because they watched you try. But the bar just sits there and it never says a word, and whatever you deserve is exactly what occurred. That is why I keep it in the center of my life. It is the only honest thing I own besides the fight. I do not want a compliment, I want the honest weight. I do not want a nice one, I want the thing that breaks. Because a man who only hears the easy kind of sound will spend his whole life light and never touch the ground. So I load it up until it tells me who I am. And sometimes it says nothing and sometimes it says I can. And the way I learn, and either way I always grow. Either way that blessing is the only thing I know. Everything I ever built came from a truthful floor. Everything I ever fixed came from a heavy door. And when I get it wrong, the bar just puts me back and hands me the assignment and the exact thing I lack. I can fool a whole room and I can fool a friend. I can tell myself a story with a perfect end, but I cannot fool the eye when it sits across my back. It reads me like a page and it never cuts me slack. The bar does not lie, and it does not care. He knows if you were ready or you were not there. No story, no excuse, and no alibi. The bar does not lie, the bar does not lie. Either it goes up or it stays on the ground. The bar does not lie in this cold gray town. About the way I look, as the bar and look will tell you like a page inside a book. Ask you what I did in every winter that went by. Ask ask it every single morning, I refuse to lie. There is a kind of peace in something you cannot fake. There is a kind of freedom in the honest thing at stake. I never have to wonder if I earned it, or if I earned it or not. The answer is right there in every rap I got. So I load it up again and I look it in the eye, and I take the truth it gives, because the bar does not lie. The bar does not lie, does not lie, and it does not care. It knows if you were ready or you were not there. No story, no excuse, and no alibi. The bar does not lie, the bar does not lie. Either it goes up or it stays on the ground. The bar does not lie in this cold gray town. The bar does not lie, the bar does not lie. Every single morning it is asking me why. The bar does not lie, no, the bar does not lie. Nothing in my story is a thing I can deny. Still under the honest, and I am still going high. The bar does not lie, no, the bar does not lie.